Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. So I asked for some suggestions on my Instagram stories of videos that you wanted to see, and I got a lot of suggestions on talking about kind of products I regret buying, products that I want but I've never bought, things like that. So today's video is going to be palettes that I want but I have not purchased. And I'll probably try to explain why, even though off the top of my head right now I don't know why. That's what we're gonna kinda do. A couple people actually suggested this kind of video, and as soon as I was seeing it suggested, two palettes popped up in my mind. The first one being the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. I've wanted this palette for such a long time. My first palette I ever got was the Magic palette like 2 summers ago, and I'm pretty sure I've wanted this since before then, and I still haven't bought it. I don't even have a reason why I haven't bought it. It's affordable. I know I'll like it because I love the formula, and I collect Juvia's Place palettes. I just haven't gotten around to picking that one up yet, and I don't know why, because I know I would enjoy it. I know I wouldn't really use the neutrals in it too much, but even for like just those 2 rows of colorfuls, that would be worth it because it's really not that bad of a price. I don't know why I haven't bought it, but that was the first thing to come to mind. The second palette to come to mind when I saw this idea was the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I have wanted this for probably close to 3 years now. It's been such a long time. And even right now in this moment, I still really want that palette, even though that palette isn't really my makeup style anymore. I don't really go for those more plummy tones, neutrals, that kind of thing. That's not my vibe. But I still really want that palette because I wanted it for so long. The main thing that's held me back is the price. It's like $50-something, and that's steep for a palette. I've gotten really picky with spending a certain amount of money on makeup because there are so many good affordable options that it makes it kind of hard to spend $50 on an eyeshadow palette. You know what I mean? But I still really want to, and I haven't even tried that brand yet. I'm pretty sure I talked about them in my brands I want to try in 2019. I have yet to try that brand, and I've thought about that palette forever. I can't believe I still haven't purchased it 3 years later. It might have even been more than 3 years. I have no idea. It's been a long time since I've been wanting that palette. Another palette that I've been wanting for a while, ever since I first discovered Give Me Glow Cosmetics and I bought the Halo Highlight, and then shortly after I bought the Summer Vibes palette, I've really been wanting the Staple palette. I know I would like it. I love Give Me Glow's formula. I love that brand. It's one of my favorite brands. And the color story really speaks to me. It has those more earthy, grungy tones, and I really enjoy it, and I know I would use the heck out of it. I know that one's mostly because of the price as well. Give Me Glow's formula is so good, but it's expensive. It's like $50-something for the palette, and the pans are really big. I really wish that they were able to make the pans a little bit smaller. I think she's given a reason, but I don't remember what it is. And either way, I will still probably eventually snag that palette. It's just right now, it's just not financially time, you know what I mean? But I've been wanting that palette for such a long time. It's such a beautiful color story. I have been wanting the Pinky Rose Bright Lights palette even before I got the Trilogy collection. Probably sometime last year I discovered it. I don't remember at what point I did. And then we went to a Riley Rose store, I believe over the summer, because there happens to be one about 2 hours from me. And I loved that palette. I looked at it for such a long time and I didn't end up getting it. And I'm kicking myself for it because it's only like $25. It's very affordable. And I wouldn't have had to pay shipping if I just bought it when I was there. But something stopped me. I don't know what it was. And I've been wanting that palette for a while, and then my friend Anki here on YouTube, she just did a look with it, and it's so pretty, and I've really been wanting it. I don't love the fact that there are pressed glitters in the palette, but I love the palette itself, and I love Pinky Rose's formula, and I really, really want that palette. That's what I'm hoping to get in the near future. I'm so sad that I missed out on the Melt Gemini and the Melt Kush palettes. Mostly the Gemini. The Kush one's really pretty, but I'm really sad that I missed the Gemini. That color story is so up my alley. Maybe not so much the oranges, but I love those grungy warm tones and then those grungy olives, and then together it would have made my grungy makeup dreams come true. And I missed it, and I'm sad. I was planning on getting it when it released, but I decided not to because of the price. It sold out wicked fast, and then I didn't think it was coming back, and then it came back really fast, like out of nowhere, to the point that I wasn't prepared to spend money on it. But again, that was another really expensive one that I just could not afford to spend money on at the moment. Maybe one day I'll get it if it comes back. I don't even know if it's coming back at this point. I don't know anything. I'm really sad I missed that one though. One that I really wanted for a minute there, and I still wouldn't mind having it in my collection, although I don't know if it's still available anymore, and I don't even know if I would get it if it was available right now, just because I know I don't need it. I really wanted the ColourPop X Bretman Rock collab palette, the wet one, the one that had more of the blue tones. I really wanted that for a minute. I saw a lot of people play with it and it looked really pretty, and I know I would have gotten use out of it because I love those blue tones, and it was really cheap. It really was not expensive. It was probably right around the $15 mark, and I didn't pick it up because I'm trying to save money, and I was trying to save money when it launched too. And part of me is sad that I didn't get it because I know I would have used it, but the other part of me is kind of glad because I really didn't need it. But that's another one that I wish I would have gotten and that I really wanted, but you know, it's kind of whatever. Also from ColourPop, the Good Sport palette was so cute, and I had so many requests to get that palette, but I just didn't pick it up. I don't even remember why. I don't know if it was that I didn't want to spend the $16 or however much it cost. It really wasn't expensive, or if I just felt like I didn't need it. But I still think that palette's really cute, and maybe one day I'll pick it up. Who knows? But it's really cute, and I know I would have created some really nice looks with it, and I know I would have had a lot of fun with it, but that's one that I missed out on. And I probably would have been happy if I would have just bought it when it first launched. Also, the ColourPop. This is the last ColourPop one, I swear. The ColourPop My Little Pony palette. That one is so cute. I bought it for my best friend Mackenzie for Christmas, I think 2 years ago. And I was so sad that I didn't keep it for myself. Or at least buy one for myself, or at least play with hers. And I probably could still play with hers if I wanted to. I really wanted that palette. That's another one I don't think it's available at all anymore. But I really wish I would have gotten it because it was such a cute color story, and I really like ColourPop's formula, and they're so cheap. Any of the ColourPop palettes that I have my eye on, I really need to just snag because they're cheap, but part of me is also like, no, don't snag every ColourPop palette that catches your eye, because then I'd have too many, but that's another one that I really wanted when it came out. The BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette made my heart flutter when it first came out. I just love the color story. It has more of those kind of earthy tones that I really like. I think it's so pretty. I did see somebody, I can't remember who, somebody found it at their TJ Maxx recently for dirt cheap, and I keep meaning to go to mine to see if they have it. The likelihood of me just finding that for really cheap at my TJ Maxx is very slim because I'm not that lucky. But I really like that palette. I think the color story is really pretty, and that's another one I really wish I would have just bought when it came out because I know I wouldn't have been disappointed. I like BH Cosmetics shadow formula for the most part of the things I've tried, and I just really liked that color story, and I'm bummed about it. I've been really bummed revisiting all these palettes. This one came out fairly recently, maybe a couple months ago, but the Lime Crime birthday palette is so cute, and I still want that one. It's their kind of, I mean, I guess it's a rainbow palette. It's really not that much more than a rainbow palette. It's really cute, and I know I would have liked it, but I'm scared that the formula is not as good as the Venus 1 and Venus 2 because they've changed the formula for the Venus 3. I don't know about the Venus XL or the Venus 2 XL, but I'm scared that the formula is different, and I also didn't want to pay like, I think it was around $50. It's hard to spend $50 on a palette, you know? That's another one maybe I'll snag if they're having a really good sale on it, but I also just don't know because I don't know if I need it because I really don't need another rainbow palette in my collection. It's just not my favorite kind of palette to have, but I really wanted it. I'm pretty sure I even got to the point where I put it in my cart and went to checkout and then told myself, no, you don't need that. Who knows? But that's one that I really wanted. The Morphe 35V. This is one that I'm glad I didn't buy, but I really wanted it. Like, that was another one I had it in my cart about to check out, and I was like, no, no, no. You only want this because of those 2 rows of blues and purples. You don't need most of the palette. I don't even like giant palettes anymore. I'm over giant palettes. I'm really avoiding giant palettes. I like smaller kind of 12 or less shadows. That's kind of my thing right now. And I'm really glad I didn't get that one because I would have not gotten very much use out of it. And plus, right after that one launched, the 35M launched, and I did buy that, and I am glad I bought that, even though I don't like big palettes. That one is so good. It's one of my favorite palettes ever. It's so pretty. But I really wanted the 35V for a hot minute there. September Rose Slush Palette. I wanted this so bad. This one came out, I think, during the summer when there were a million other launches and I was going to get it, but it was just one of those things like, okay, I want all of these palettes. I need to kind of not get a couple of them. I wish I would have gotten that palette. It's so pretty. And I would consider buying it anyways, but I heard that they're coming out with a second slush palette. So I kind of want to wait and see what that one is going to look like because I might like that one a whole lot more. Because again, the slush palette's basically just an extended rainbow palette, and there's a lot of shades in there. I don't think I would get as much use out of it as I think I would, but who knows. So I'm still gonna hold off until I at least know what the second one looks like. Maybe I'll pick it up one day. But as of this moment, I know I don't need it right now, but I definitely wanted it hard. Why is traffic going nuts outside my window right now? I just want to get this video done. Storybook Cosmetics. I pretty much want any palette from them because they're so cute. I want it mostly just for the cute factor. They have the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one that has such a fun color story, the Witchcraft and Wizardry one, which tugs at my Harry Potter loving heart. Want it so bad, not even for the color story inside, but just for the theme. And also the Mean Girls one is so cute, and I love all the themes, I love the colors, they're so cute, but they're real expensive. Those ones are like between $50 and $60, and I don't think I need them that bad because I know most of the appeal is in the fact that they're in that kind of book kind of component. They're very bulky, which I don't love, but they're just so cute. I want them on display, but I can't spend almost $60 for a display piece that I might use a couple times, you know? But I still really want them. And finally, the last one I'm going to talk about is the Suva Beauty Block Party Palette. I want this so bad. I've wanted this for a long time, ever since they first launched it. And I still haven't bought it, and I've gotten to the point where I've almost purchased it a couple times. I almost bought the Try Beauty box last month that had that included in it, but I decided not to because, again, I'm trying to save money. It's no fun. I wish I would have known about the mystery box from Suva Beauty when it first launched, because I absolutely would have bought one of those because I haven't tried any of their products and I would have loved getting a mystery box from them, and I think that was included in all, if not most of them. Oh, I would have been so happy. I really want that palette, and I know I will get it eventually. It's just not in my life yet, but I'll get to it eventually. So those are palettes that I want, but I haven't purchased for who knows why. I mean, I gave my reasons, but that's what's going on. Now, I don't want the comment section to be flooded with people saying, just buy it, just buy it. It's not that simple. I'll get to them if I still decide it's worth it by the time I can actually spend money on them. It might just be one of those things I just have to let go. Who knows? What are some palettes that you have wanted but you haven't purchased, and I want to know why you haven't? Things like that. Do you have any of the palettes that I suggested? Do you not have any of the palettes that I suggested and still want them anyway? Kind of like where I'm at. Let me know, let's chat about it. If you enjoyed this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. I think the next video I'm going to do similar to this is products that I regret buying. Huh? That's always fun. Negativity. Anyways, if you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I post 5 days a week, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Let me know what videos you want to see on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.